wanted to show off very quickly what I tend to do to remove these supports. I just worked out the techniques. I've done a lot of these now. For this, I kind of do this where I fire this screwdriver in through the little area in the supports there, and then you can kind of swash it down and then just lift it out. So that's easy for removing those. And then there's a little bit of crap left in there, which you can just pull right out. So that works perfectly well, but that's the easy bit. So for this interior support for the ridge, what I do is take my screwdriver and lever like that, and then I kind of push this crap out. There we go. And that gets that bit of top out, and you'll see you can actually pull on these bits, and sometimes you can actually pull a whole train of this stuff out. And I again take my screwdriver and put it on the inside, and I pull out that stuff. There we go. Make sure I got all of it. Yeah, just about. Okay. Then I take my pocket knife, and what we're trying to do is, there's a little bit of a stuff left in there, which you can hear cracking. And basically, what I do is I take my knife and I insert it underneath, and very carefully lift it out with the knife. So that's how we're getting that off. And basically you can do this all the way around. And I find it easier if you can't pull this stuff out because you don't get good purchase on it. You know, you basically get lucky on that. First, I go around the top of it, and very carefully, you can basically cut it open like so. And that takes the main part off. There we go. And then I come around the bottom, and I cut out the kind of greebly bit. So you get all these little things that you take out. And once I've done that, you can just kind of lever it out. There we go. And so what you tend to wind up with is just in this corner. It can be a little bit tricky, but you know, you basically use a combination of those two techniques again to get that out. Just be careful you don't cut towards yourself and all that. Yeah. So yeah, it's not too hard to lever these all out. You do have to watch yourself on these corners. Actually, in an earlier version, I cut my hand open. So I made these, kind of squared them off a bit so that they weren't razor sharp, but they're still a little bit tricky. So yeah, that's how you get this out. So it's a little bit intimidating at first, but it's not that hard. You just keep taking these greebly bits, and if you do it right, they just lift off.